Hey guys, so today we are talking about the single arm lat pull down. Really good exercise, probably as an accessory movement, but also a really good warm-up exercise because it takes our arm through such a broad range of movements and takes the lat through the entire range of motion, which is fantastic. We might favor one side more so than the other, so it'll also give us a nice even balance. So let's talk about our lats first and foremost. When we are doing any form of lat workout, we need to understand that the lat will go all the way up and above our head and come all the way back down, and that's its full range of motion. Okay, so this is how our lats work. Right, so why is that important to us? Well, whenever we are doing any form of lat exercise, we need to think about reaching nice and tall and pulling right back and down. And this is what's fantastic about this exercise, is that we can actually get right up and around and really create a massive stretch and come back down, and even give it a little bit more by simply giving us a lateral crunch. And we'll talk more about this in just a moment. What we need to remember, and the first point that we need to cover, is we need to create stability whilst doing this exercise. How do we do that? Well, we're going to pull our shoulder blades back and down. Now, what you'll notice that when we do this, and that we can't actually get all the way up to that full range, because the purpose of our lat is to, if we depress the scapula, which is what the lat does, well then logically, when we go to really reach, our scapula has to shift and move up. But if we're depressing it, then it shouldn't move, right? And you're absolutely spot on. This is the stability that we're talking about. The whole purpose of stability is not for that scapula to move, and that we dive into the muscle and we create tension. However, with this particular exercise here, we actually want to go that extra reach. So this is where the skill really comes into effect, and that we want to be able to reach whilst keeping tension through this muscle. So let's firstly demonstrate what we're going to do. So first things first is that we want the opposite knee to go ahead of the working arm. So how this is going to look is very much like this, okay? From this position, we're going to reach up nice and tall, and you can see that now that I'm obviously stretching really hard, but I haven't depressed my scapula, so I haven't pulled it back and down yet. Now, when I pull my scapula back and down, you can see how much my shoulder depresses and how much more range that we have to go. So the first point of call here is to pull back and down, and then we're going to come back down and pull close to our side. So we're coming down, driving with the elbow and getting right down low. Remember, our full range of the lat is above our head and back down by our side. Okay, so by starting up nice and tall, pulling down nice and low, we're going to get that full range of motion. Now, while we're at this bottom section, we're actually going to give a little lateral crunch, and you're going to feel that lat really bulk up right at the bottom. So again, opposite knee, shoulder blade back and down, pull down, elbow coming right past our side, and we get that little crunch. Now on the way back up, what's going to happen is you're going to keep that tension on, and you're going to reach. Now I don't want you to come out of position just yet. We're just going to reach to the point in which the depression is still on versus off, okay? So again, shoulder blade back and down, creating scapular depression, pull down, squeeze hard, slight little crunch, reaching back up, and we're going to do 5 of these. Oop. Okay, 5. Now what that is doing is telling my brain is telling my lat that, yep, we're keeping tension on, okay? It's after that 5th one that we're going to actually reach right up, create a stretch, and come back down. We're going to keep that tension on through that lat as we're coming down. And that there is going to take your lats to a whole nother level and blow them right up. So remember, little tricks with this is to make sure that we keep that tension on. That tension must stay on. When we are reaching up, make sure that the arm isn't feeling as if it's coming out of that socket and the weight is pulling you up. You need to be able to control that weight up, stretch, pull back down. Remember, on the down phase, this elbow is to tuck in right by your side, and we're also going to give a little crunch. I don't mind, as you probably saw me do, a slight rotation through the pulling motion. So we're going to start in a pronated position and finish in a supinated. So pronated is your hands over the top, okay? Supinated at the bottom portion. So we'll go through it again. Okay, at the top, so pronated, down the bottom, supinated, or you probably can't see that. Switch again. It's pronated, down, supinated. Remember, whatever your working arm is, opposite leg is the one that's going to keep you up nice and tall, keep you stable on the opposite side. That there, team, is how you go about doing a single arm lat pull down.